I want to take another minute here to show you some basic guitar chords. The first of which is a D chord. Now, there are a lot of different varieties of instructional books and curriculums, and they have their own special pattern developed on which chords are best to teach first. I'm going to teach you ones that I think are simple, that you can use to play songs. And in future videos where I talk about how to read the guitar chord chart and how to read tablature and how to specifically play songs, we'll go in that more depth. But today I just want to teach you some basic chords. The first one is going to be the D major chord. And what you're going to do is you're going to use your number 1 finger, your number 2 finger, and your number 3 finger. So your number 1 finger, which is your pointer finger, is going to go on the 3rd string in the 2nd fret. Your number 2 finger, your middle finger, is going to go on the 1st string, also in the 2nd fret. Your 3rd finger, your ring finger, is going to be placed on the 2nd string in the 3rd fret. Now, when you play the guitar strings, it is important to know that sometimes you play all the strings, sometimes you play only a certain number of strings. In the D chord, you're going to play only string 1, 2, 3, and 4, which are the skinniest strings, the ones from the floor up to your face. And it sounds like this. There are a lot of different ways to play the G major chord. I'm going to show you kind of a beginner way to play the G major chord in future videos where I talk about how we use what I call the worship leaders or worship directors pivot. There is a different way. Today I want to show you the basic beginner fingering for the G major chord. You're going to use for this chord the 1, 2, and 3 fingers, just like the D major chord. You're going to start with placing your 3 finger in the 1st string in the 3rd fret. Your 2nd finger is going to reach up to the 6th string, okay, also in the 3rd fret. And your number 1 finger is going to be placed on the 5 string in the 2nd fret. And when you strum the G major chord, you're going to strum all of the strings. The next chord I want to share with you is the C major chord. And the C major chord, I remember the first time I played it, it really feels like a stretch. However, you'll come to learn that the C major chord is one of the easier chords to play. And I'm going to teach you the fingerings for the C major chord. For the C major chord, you're going to use your number 1, your number 2, and your number 3 fingers. You're going to place your number 1 finger on the 2nd string in the 1st fret. You're going to place your number 2 finger on the 4th string in the 2nd fret, and your number 3 finger on the 5 string in the 3rd fret. And that sounds like this. So let's do a quick review. Your number 1 finger is on the 2nd string in the 1st fret. Your number 2 finger is on the 4th string in the 2nd fret. And your number 3 finger is on the 5th string in the 3rd fret. Okay, so today we learned the D major chord, the G major chord, and the C major chord. And the way that I would recommend that you practice these is to simply play them over and over and over after you find the right position. So this is what I would recommend you doing. Find your D major chord, number 1 on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2 on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and 3 on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. And remember, you're going to strum the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string of the guitar, which are the skinniest ones. And what I think you should do is you should strum this 8 times. Use a metronome, tap your foot, make sure you're being steady when you play. It doesn't make sense to practice the chords in any kind of strum pattern and then go later hope to play a song and not know what steady beat is. So have your D major chord, strum it 8 times. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then move to another position, move to your G position. So again, that G chord is the 3rd finger, 1st string, 3rd fret, 2nd finger, 6th string, 3rd fret, and then number 1 finger, 5th string, 2nd fret. Play that again with the metronome 8 times. And the last chord we learned was the C major chord. And again, you're going to follow the pattern. Here's your fingering again. Number 1 finger, 2nd string, 1st fret. number 2 finger, number 4 string in the 2nd fret, and number 3 finger on the 5 string in the 3rd fret. And let's play that 8 times as well. Now, what do you do in between when you're going from one chord to the next? We call that a transition. Well, if you keep your metronome running, keep your foot tapping, let's designate a set amount of beats to happen in between. So for example, play your D major chord 8 times and then have 8 beats of moving your hand to the next chord. So like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then move 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, G chord. And you can do the same thing continuing on to C, or you can do these 3 chords in any order. I recommend that you start with this kind of practice pattern and then mix it up. Maybe you play D first and then C, or C first and then G, and just have fun with mixing up the 3 different chords that we've learned today. Hey, I hope you had a good time with the videos today and that you learned how to play the D major chord, the G major chord, and the C major chord in these, what I call beginner guitar chord fingerings. Have a good time practicing. Don't forget to punch the like button below and share.